Well, I think the van is done. Not 100%, but considering it's taken us about a month of working on it, living in the tent while we were working on it. Marvy worked so hard. She was great. A lot of the design was hers. A lot of it was mine. Both of us did the construction on it. We are not great carpenters, so this is kind of a hybrid between home improvements and better homes and gardens. But let us show you the process of what we did on the van build. And it's anything that anyone can do. We didn't buy any pre-made cabinets or anything. We built everything ourselves. So come along and let's take a look at what we got. Before we get started, one of the things to understand is that this is not a van build where we feature a $40,000 Sprinter van being built with $10,000 or $15,000 of cash and a custom-made cabinetry in a professional carpenter's garage with $30,000 or $40,000 worth of cutting tools. What we can offer you are beautiful sunsets and sunrises and a lot of love and hard work with hand tools, except for a drill, on putting together an old van and living the van life the best we can. We hope you enjoy that. Before we could do anything though, first we had to empty out and clean out the van, which includes the rubber flooring that was in there. This was an air conditioner's van, which had metal cabinets, this rubber floor, holes in the floor. All of this had to be cleaned out. The holes had to be filled. Rust had to be sanded off everything. And we had to get everything ready to lay down the insulation and the plywood and the foundation for building the van. Since we were in the desert and didn't really want to make a lot of multiple trips into town to pick up supplies, we had to think really carefully when we were in town to buy the correct lumber that we needed and insulation. Every day we had to stack the insulation and the lumber and cover it from the rainstorms and the wind. We were subjected to 30 days of construction with rain and storms and winds. So all of the tools had to be locked up in the van every day, and all of the lumber had to be covered. During this time that the van was being worked on, we were really grateful that we invested our money into a great tent. This was our home. This is where we lived outside of the van for 30 days and storms and wind and rain. Marvy made it just like a home. She decorated it nicely. We had a wonderful, really comfortable bed to sleep in. She made it just like our home. It was quite comfortable. We spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's in the tent with our friends. But then, even though we were spending the time in the tent, during the day it was back to work.
Nothing there inside,
Right.
because we use it. I can use it. So all
I know you can. I know you can use it.
I can use it.
Any hole or crevice you're going to put
And
stuff
then
in.
it's more easy for you when you want to put in cable for something else.
Right. Well,
So,
I'll have the cable running along on the outside of it.
So that is.
But I've got to. What I also have to do is I have to. When we put this up tomorrow, the paneling up on the roof, I'm going to have to wire this afternoon to the wiring that I got through the van
The
bill.
tank. Put in here because it's more easy for keep it in.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I think Marvy worked harder than just about anybody could. She was really dedicated to this. She worked every day, all day long, really put her heart into it, which basically means at the end of the day, she was very exhausted. And again, at the end of the day, we took time out to have a nice cup of coffee with a little bit of Bailey's Irish cream and watch the sunset, and just had a nice, relaxing, quiet time and a good night's sleep after it got dark. But even though most of the nights were restful, as always, the silence of the desert evening had to be broken. While I was busy out there chopping wood and cutting and sawing and filing and trying to make things fit together, Marvy was busy inside doing all of the things that needed to be done to finish the insulation up, wrapping the wheel wells and such forth. Then when we were done with the paneling and putting it on the ceiling and the sides, she had to apply a coat of polyurethane to all of that. So she was kept very busy also. And the time finally came to start building the inside of the van. All of the insulation was done, the flooring was done, the linoleum was put on, the paneling was done, the fan was put in. Everything was ready to start making this all happen. And so we built the frame of the bed, the head walls and the storage units. We built shelves on either side of the bed, and we built the kitchen area for the kitchen cabinets. We painted everything and put everything together. I'd like to take the last couple minutes of the video and just show you the finished product. We still have some trim work to do, but take a look at what we've come up with. This is our home. Okay, folks, that's it. That's our van build for what it is. It's going to be home sweet home, and our place to live for the next 8 months to a year. So we're going to travel across the country and walk across America. And as always, be sure to subscribe, like, share with your friends, and of course, make comments down below. Okay, we'll see you down the road.